Just think about your list if God asks you, what have you done? You know he's really asking, what have you done wrong? Adam and Eve only had one thing on their list. That's crazy. They only had one thing. Everyone else, how's your list? Right now, if you had to write everything down, how long is your list? Be honest, be brutally honest. Our list, we can, come on. I don't want my list to be like. How about your list? They had one thing, but I want you to be reminded of something. It was that one thing that separated them from God, that knocked them out spiritually. And if Satan has any end game, he wants to get us as far from God as he possibly can. And ultimately, the last D, death. I don't think Adam and Eve actually had thought through where the first death would be, that eating that apple would cause the first death. And I don't think even you've thought about where that first death took place. It wasn't in Adam and Eve. It was in the animals that were killed for the clothing for Adam and his wife. It was God who would kill the first animals. The Lord God made the clothing from the animal skins for Adam and Eve. It was man who created death. Things haven't changed, have they? You see, man will eventually physically die, but there's a spiritual death now. There's a death when we give in to the strategies of Satan that eventually divide us from God and create a spiritual death in our life. And if you don't find forgiveness of sin, you can't be close to God. And because of this moment, everything changed. But there's some good news. There's someone that came along that creates a solution to the problem that we experienced. And you can read about it in Hebrews chapter 2, verse 14. Because God's children are human beings, made of flesh and blood, the Son, who's Jesus, the Son of God, also became flesh and blood. For only as a human being could he die. And only by dying could he break the power of the, who is it? That old serpent, the devil, who has had the power of death. You see, Jesus faced all the temptations just like we do. He came and lived a life on earth. He became physical body. He was 100% God and 100% man. He had to die to break the power of Satan in our life. And the decision to die happened in the Garden of Gethsemane when on his knees he pleaded, isn't there another way? Nevertheless, not my will, but yours.